Hayden has lit a candle he found in the breeze, making the basement smell like cinnamon over mildew. Hayden passes his hand back and forth over the flame. He doesn't move slowly enough to burn himself, but he does move slowly enough to feel the heat. Hayden notices Connor watching him. "It's funny how a flame can only burn your hand if you move too slow," Hayden says. "You can tease it all you want, and it never gets you, if you're quick enough." "Are you a pyro?" Connor asks. "You're confusing boredom with obsession." Connor can sense, however, there's more to it. "I've been thinking about the kids that get unwound," says Hayden. "Why would you want to do that?" Connor asks. "Because," Mia says from across the room, "he's a freak." "I'm not the one wearing a dog collar." Mia flips Hayden the finger, which he ignores. "I've been thinking about how harvest camps are like black holes. No one knows what goes on inside." "Everybody knows what goes on," says Connor. "No," Hayden says. "Everyone knows the result, but nobody knows how unwinding works. I want to know how it happens. Does it happen right away, or do they keep you waiting? Do they treat you kindly or coldly?" "Well," Mia snickers, "maybe if you're lucky you'll get to find out firsthand." "You know what," says Connor, "you think too much." Well, someone's gotta make up for the collective lack of brain power down here. Now Connor finally begins to get it. Even though Hayden has put the candle down, all this talk of unwinding is just like passing his hand across the flame. He likes to linger at the edge of dangerous places, dangerous thoughts. Hayden thinks about his own favorite edge, behind the freeway road sign. In a way, they're both alike. "Fine," Connor tells him. "Think about all that stuff until your head explodes. But the only thing I want to think about is surviving to 18. I find your shallowness both refreshing and disappointing at the same time. Do you think that means I need therapy?" "No. I think your parents deciding to unwind you just to spite each other means you need therapy." "Good point. You have a lot of insight for a Morlock." Then Hayden gets quiet for a moment. The smirk on his face fades. "If I actually get unwound, I think I will bring my parents back together." Connor doesn't have the heart to burst his fantasy, but Mia does. "Nah, if you get unwound, they'll just blame each other for it and hate each other even more." "Maybe," says Hayden. "Or maybe they'll finally see the light and I'll be Humphrey Dunfee all over again." "Who?" says Mia. Both turn towards her. Hayden cracks a wide smile. "You mean you've never heard of Humphrey Dunfee?" Mia looks around suspiciously. "Should I have?" The smile never leaves Hayden's face. "Mia, I am truly amazed you don't know this. It's your kind of story." He reaches for the candle and pushes it out so it sits between the three of them. "It's not a campfire," he says, "but it'll have to do." Hayden looks into the flame for a moment, then slowly, eerily turns his eyes towards Mia. "Years ago, there was this kid. His name wasn't really Humphrey. It was probably Hal or Harry or something like that. But Humphrey kind of fits, considering. Anyway, one day his parents signed the order to have him unwound." "Why?" asked Mia. "Why do any parents sign the order? They just did. And the juvie cops came for him bright and early one morning. They snatched him, shipped him off, and it's over for him. He's unwound without a hitch." "So, that's it?" asked Mia. "No, because there is a hitch," says Connor, picking up where Hayden left off. "See, the Dunfees are not what you would call stable people. They were a little nuts to begin with, but after their kid was unwound, they lose it completely. Now Mia's tough girl exterior is all but gone. She truly is like a little kid listening wide-eyed to a campfire story." "What did they do?" "They decided they didn't want Humphrey unwound after all," says Hayden. "Wait a second," says Mia. "You said they already unwound him." Hayden's eyes look maniacal in the candlelight. "They did." Mia shudders. "Here's the thing," says Hayden. "Like I said, everything about Harvest Camp is a secret. Even the records of who receives what once unwinding's done. Yeah, so? So the Dunfees found the records. The father, I think, works for the government, so he was able to hack into the parts department. The what? Hayden sighs. The National Unwind Database! Oh! And he gets a printout of every single person who receives a piece of Humphrey. Then the Dunfees go traveling around the world to find them, so that they can kill them, and take back the parts, and bit by bit make Humphrey whole. No way! That's why people call him Humphrey, Connor adds, because all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humphrey together again. The dot hangs heavy in the air until Hayden, leaning forward towards the cow, suddenly throws his hand towards me and shouts, "Boo!"